happening if we have like large amount of data that is traveling in a single way. Okay, suppose we have a high uh, storage files that we need to transfer. So you guys know we have some limitation in Salesforce that we can't wait that much time, right? So for that we have a fire and forget. So we will do some call out, we will transfer the file. Whenever they will get success, they will again call back us and send the response. So that is the fire and forget. Another one is batch integrations. So batch integration is in general also we are having the batch, and in Salesforce definitely we are having, if we are having the large amount data and that we want to proceed, in that case we will go with batch integration. Another one is remote call in external system calls in Salesforce. So basically we have created some APIs and that external system going to use that, in that is the remote call integration. And the last one is virtualization, which is you can say the information will be visible to the system, but that is not storing into the database. Means suppose we have two system 1 and system 2. We are having few of the records in system 2 and we are able to get it display into the system 1, but that is not stored into the system 1. That is called the visualization. So this is the integration pattern. Anyone have any doubt here till now?
Neeraj, just one question.
Yeah.
The fourth pattern that we're calling remote calling, it says external system calling.
Yes, right.
So whether it's a remote calling pattern or any other pattern like request
Mm-hmm.
response, fire and forget, batch
Right.
integration, what
Mm-hmm.
I understand is essentially integration itself means that we are calling an external system.
Absolutely correct.
Then
Yes, right.
what is the difference? What is so special about pattern number four then?
So basically, so if we will talk about the request and response, in that case, you will send the request and you are waiting still for the response. That is the same time you are getting the response, but the remote call is you send the request and now you may get the response or not. That is a remote. Basically, you have whitelisted into the Salesforce, you have hidden the information and that get stored, but you are not going to receive any kind of store response that same time. That is the remote call integration.
Remote call. Okay, so
Yeah.
see there there's a confusion. If
Yeah.
that is remote call, then I understand that that type is actually pattern number two. That's fire
Mm-hmm.
and forget,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? We don't need the response immediately. So there
Yeah.
seems to be a very thin line of difference.
No, no, no.
Uh,
See, here we
mhm,
need to understand. Okay. The second
mhm.
one is something that we have hit as system. Okay. Now we are not waiting for the response, but in future that will again call the Salesforce and send the request response.
Okay.
Means we have some time limit into the Salesforce that we have hit the system. We find, like suppose we send the 25 MB file into the third party system. Okay, now that will store, that will take some time. As soon as that operation will complete, we have already exposed one API into the Salesforce, that again third party system will call and send a response that yeah, this file is created successfully and this is the information of that file. So that we are going to receive into the fire and forget. Here we have only remote, we send the information and nothing will be there. This is the major difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, because here in fire and forget we are going to fire two APIs, but in the remote call
Mhm.
we have only single API which going to be from external system to Salesforce, but in fire and forget we have the vice versa.
Okay, got it. So as the text says, a response not needed immediately. So there is no need of a response, but there may be a response in future. But in
Absolutely
remote
correct.
call in, it's
Mhm.
strictly just call and kind of
Forget.
you forget.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, like suppose we are hitting something there is in 2019, like COVID integration and all things was like a high level. So that is
Mhm,
also running on the remote call only, actually. Yeah. So that's
mhm.
all are the examples. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone have any other questions?
Hey Neeraj, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, can you give like a practical example from like based on your experience about the batch integration?
Batch integration, yeah, sure. So we'll talk about the Salesforce. I have done apart from that also, but let me give you some examples in Salesforce only. Okay, so like sometime what's happen is, if you will talk, have you heard about Twilio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, what we need to do is we have a phone number that we need to sync with the Twilio applications. Okay. So what we can do is one is real time we can do, but in Salesforce we have a like a, limitation that we can make only 100 call out. If the data is coming into the bulk, we will be not able to do, right? So for that reason, what we can do is we can run a batch class that will run in a specific time. Okay, whatever we want to run 3 times in a single day, or one time, or twice in a week. So that batch we can run, and in the execute method we can fire it. Okay. Now if we will talking about the batch, so here again we have one thing. See, so in batch, like default size is 200 and a maximum size is 2000. So here we need to understand one thing. First of all, we need to implement one interface, allow callouts, and in the execute method, we have to be only get 100 decode, more, not more than that. Otherwise, we will get the exception that, yeah, you have reached the limitation and all. So this is the best example that we can use the batch class and sync to the third party system.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Anyone have any other question?
Yeah, can you explain about virtualization one as well?
Yeah, virtualization is something. See, um, in 2018 or 19, I have done one integration actually. Okay, so that is the on, you can say, COVID only. So what I have done is I have created an application in Salesforce. Okay, I did not store anything into the Salesforce, but still the information was visible to the community. So that is the visualization. This is like something we don't have any data into the system, but still we are able to see. Okay, means suppose you have one org and I have my org. Okay, so in your org you are having 100 records, but I'm not having any kind of records, but still I'm able to see that. If I will go into the database and I will try to see, do I have any record? So I won't be able to see because we don't have into the database. But if I will go to the any specific page, I will be able to see 100 records because I have done the visualization integration. Is it clear?
So Neeraj, like you said, there's actually no data, but still we see, which means it's virtual data, not real.
Absolutely,
That's where,
lifetime data. Yes. Yeah, it's
yeah,
a virtual. Mhm.
yeah, that's how I understand the name virtualization. But again, the explanation is it is live external data. So live means something which is live and really exists. So again, it goes
No, no, no,
against,
no, no, no. No, 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 no. See, you are in Salesforce, or for example, and
Mhm.
I'm in my Salesforce org. If you will go to the account, you will be not, you don't have any record, for example, or you have
Yeah,
10 records. Okay.
yeah.
But if you are going to the community, you are able to see the 100 records. That is the visualization, right? You don't have anything into your database, but still you are able to see the records. That is the visualization. So what you have done is you have done the integration and you are getting the information and displaying to the, right?
Okay, are you going to be explaining deep, right, about this integration process? How we are going to be connect with the another system?
Yeah, yeah, that's,
Mm,
I'm going
okay.
to give
Yeah,
into the demo. Yeah.
yeah. Still have a question in this. I haven't cleared that. Okay, fine then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. No,
moving.
no, no. You can ask. Don't worry. Yeah.
Thank.
What doubt you have? Tell me now. Well,
No,
clear.
the connectivity from the two systems. So if one system doesn't have any
Uh,
information,
in next slide you will get it.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, okay.
All right. So now the another one is SOAP and REST API. So everyone might aware. If not, then I'm going to explain what is the SOAP API and the REST API. So here we have some bullet points, but let me explain you in a very simple language. Okay. So like if we have something in a object access protocol, like we are getting something into the keywords, like we have created some tags, and from that we are trying to get it information into the apex class. That is a SOAP integration which is running on a XML. So over there we have few methods that we have to use to get the information from particular tags or attributes. But the same time, the REST API, so in the REST API, first very advantage thing is it's work on all the types, means plain text, HTML, XML, JSON, and YA, things, and etc. Many more things that we can use. Also, if you want to pass the files, that also we can pass into the normal like text also. Okay, so this is the one thing. Another one thing is SOAP API, we need to read one by one. But the same time, in the REST API, if we are have the response, we can create a wrapper class. Okay, the tools are available. Also, we can implement by our own, and that we can convert and easily use into the Apex class. So this is the basic major difference between the SOAP and REST API. If we want to add one more thing over there, so this is like, suppose we want to build a very highly secured platform like a payment gateway. If we are having the bank's informations, in that case we'll go with the SOAP, and they are still using the SOAP API only because it's a very you can say the secure. But the rest is not that much secure because it's a easy to convertible and all. So this is the major difference between the SOAP and REST API. Now we are coming to the Salesforce. So we will explore the Salesforce things like what is the remote site setting, name, credential, and connected app. Here the visualization thing also get sorted. Now in Salesforce we have one remote site setting. So you guys know like when we move to the Lightning, that time all things got secured into the Salesforce, like more secure. Salesforce was secured from starting only, but more security. Okay, so. If anyone is here from 2016 or 17, they know like if they are using anything into the Visual Force page and they want to use the CDN file. CDN means direct libraries. If they are trying to use, they easily can use into the Salesforce in a either Visual Force page or like whatever wherever we are using. But nowadays, if we want to use that, we need to do first whitelisting to the remote site setting. Means we need to register that website that we are going to hit, and it's secure. The same thing, if we suppose want to hit any external system, in that case also we need to whitelist the endpoint. So that is the outbound integration basically. Okay, someone is going to hit, we are going to hit someone. So that is the outbound. Okay, anyone have any doubt here? No. All right. Uh, Next is name credential. This is also outbound. This is the upgraded version, you can say, of the remote site setting. So name credential specify the URL of a call out endpoint and its required authentication parameters in a one single definition. It means, so see, if suppose you want to do some integration, okay, so what you require? So you require like endpoint, consumer key, secret key, username and password, and whatever the your grant type that you required from the customer. Okay, so and if you will implement into the code, you need to get it access token, refresh token again and again. All right, so what Salesforce has done is Salesforce has introduced name credentials. So what name credential will do is that will manage a access token and refresh token. It will provide you the a name. Based on that name, you can easily do a call out without using the refresh token and the access token. So that is the power of name credential. Anyone have any doubt here?
Here we have to use two outbounds if you want to be connect with another system like name credential and remote site settings.
No, so that is the advantage. As I said, this is the upgraded version of remote site setting. You can say, before, if you want to use any URL into the set, or if you are making any call outs, in that case, we need to make it store that URL into the remote site setting. But same time, if we have created the name credential, in that case, we can avoid the remote site setting. That will not force you to store into the remote site setting.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone have?
Yeah. What time we can use? What is the main difference between remote site settings and named credential, and what real time scenarios we have to use it?
Yeah, all right. So, see, as I mentioned, if you want to use some CDN files, okay, CDN files are something that some code is stored online and we are directly using. So that you need to store because over there you don't have anything, consumer key, secret key, that kind of thing that you have to override, means register into the remote site setting before using into the Salesforce. And name credential is something you are having the credential, you are going to make some, you can say authentication. In that case, you can use that. So that is the major thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone have any other question?
Yeah, can you give the example of this part?
Yeah, sure. So for example, um so let's take Salesforce example only instead of using the external system. Okay, so suppose we have two orgs. Okay, you have your org, or I also having my org. Okay, so suppose I'm creating any contact, and the same time immediately that contact also get inserted into the your org as well. Okay, so in that case what we can use is the name credential. So what it will do is it will connect both the hooks. After that we can write our code into the fs class, and in one hook we can expose the API, and we can get connected and transfer the information between. So this is the example. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else have any? No. All right. Moving to the another one is connected app. So same, see, till now what we have done is we have consumed the APIs. Now we are going to expose the APIs. Okay, if we are going to expose the API, in that case we have to provide, as I mentioned in the previous step, that if we want to implement the name credential, we require few things: endpoint, consumer key, and secret key. So similar, if we have created any API, we have to provide something to the external system, right? So connected app is something which will give a ability to get the consumer key and secret key using the connected app. All right. Anyone have any doubt here? No. All right. So let's yeah, till now if anyone have any doubt, you can ask, otherwise we can move to the demo.
Can you please repeat the previous part?
The connected app.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, whenever we are doing an integration, we required few things, which is like endpoint, consumer key, and secret key. Now the thing is, we are going to expose a API in Salesforce, right? Expose means we have created some API into the Salesforce, and that API is going to use by sales any other system, third party system. It can be a third party system, it can be a Salesforce, anything. Okay, all right. So in that case, connected app will give a ability to get it consumer key and a secret key for a particular user into the Salesforce. Okay, so this is the major use of connected app.
Neeraj, can you give one example on it? Hello?
Okay. Yeah. So, what best example we can have? Mm, all right. So, so suppose, I guess everyone heard about the SAP, right? So, like for the order management and everything, we are using the SAP system. Okay. So, for example, you have created a dealer management into the Salesforce. Okay. Over there, you are creating the orders. Okay. The order accepted, and you want to sync with the SAP. All right. So, what you will do is you will you want to sync with the SAP. So what we can do is, as soon as, so what SAP will do is SAP will like have some information like endpoint, consumer key, and secret key from our side using the connected app, and that will hit our Salesforce and get the information from the Salesforce. Same time, what other example is, suppose you have some order into the SAP system, and that order get status get updated, like suppose approved, dispatched, delivered, invoiced, that kind of status are there, and you want to update that status into the Salesforce. That time also you can use the connected app, and using that you will provide the consumer key, secret key, and the endpoints.
Neeraj, there is a mutual connection if suppose we want between SAP and Salesforce, then in that condition?
Sorry, I did not get your question. Can you repeat again?
Uh, I want mutual interaction between SAP and Salesforce. How do we do that? Means, suppose from SAP, I have to transfer to Salesforce, or from Salesforce to SAP, I want to transfer.
Mhm.
So,
So
so
both
connected app
things.
help
Okay.
on that situation or not?
All right. No, 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 no. So for that we need to stable two systems. Two system in the sense connected app also we need to stable and name credential also we need to stable. Why we need to stable? Let me tell you. Okay. So suppose you want to pass some data from Salesforce to SAP. Means SAP have some integration things and you are going to hit from Salesforce to SAP. This is the uh, basically you can say you have some information from SAP that you have stored into the name credential and you are passing information to the SAP. Now the vice versa. You have some now for now we have passed get some information from SAP to Salesforce. Now we have the vice versa. Means Salesforce to SAP to Salesforce. We are hitting something. Means we have created something into the Salesforce. Like we have created one API. As I mentioned, if anyone wants to hit the APIs that require a consumer key and the secret key, so that they are going to get from here and that we can pass to the SAP, and then after that they will be easily able to hit our system.
Okay, sir. Neeraj,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. Anyone have any other question? No. All right. So we can go with the demo now. All right. So let me open my notes first of all. Okay. So first let's try to hit our let me set the going to do here is, so first we are going to see the standard APIs. Anyone know what is the standard APIs in Salesforce?
Yeah, Neeraj, like they're already exposed by Salesforce. So basically, I understand standard APIs are the ones we hit them from Workbench and do
Absolutely
a
correct.
simple post or get calls. So it's
Absolutely.
services slash API version
Mhm.
slash S objects. That syntax it has.
Absolutely
Yeah.
correct. Okay. So till now what we have done is we have only hit from the Workbench. So it's not required any kind of access token and all, right? It's easily like we are in the same interface. So it's giving it's allow us to hit it. So let me log in. So let me give you the examples. Hmm. All right. So everyone know like this is the Workbench. Here we have an option REST Explorer. Here we have something like this. So for example, I want to get some information from the account. So let me go here. Okay. So for example, for now I have this account. So suppose I want to get some information from the Workbench. So what we can do is here we have one syntax. Okay. Services data version number version right now it's 57, so that also we can use, but it depends on our org what is enforced over there. Objects account and the account ID. Similarly we can get the list views, page layout information, everything we can get it. So we can see right now we got the easily CRM landing, but here we need to think, suppose if third party system wants this information, how they will get it. Okay. So for that reason what we need to do is we need to create the connected app. As I mentioned, if third party system wants to, so let me tell you, for now what I'm assuming here is third party system is Postman. Okay, because in as such short call we can't create the external system and over there we can do the exercise. So for now we are thinking like the you can say the third party system is Postman. So what I have done is I have opened a Postman here. Now let me first create the connected app here. So here we have apps, app manager. Okay, here we have lightning app, another one is connected app. App is something which you are getting from the app launcher icon, but the name, the new connected app is something which will give you the consumer key and secret key. So here first of all we need to give the connected app name. So let me give here trial head demo. All right, so here we need to give some email address. So let me give my email address, and here we have few options, like if you want to give the phone number, if you want to give some image URL for this one, if you want to give icon information description, that also you can give here. Okay, for now I don't want this information, so I'm keeping blank. Another one which is very important, which is API enable auth settings. Okay, now let me go here. So here we have the call out URL. So which means which call out URL they are going to hit, and which information we want to express from the Salesforce. So I have already have this URL. This is the Salesforce standard that we need to use. Okay. Now the next one is, here we have lots of things. If suppose you want to expose some specific chatter APIs, forget password APIs, lightning information, visual force page, chatterboard, content, custom permissions if you want. If you suppose you want to expose some personal information of the user, that kind of all informations are available. If you want to give the all the access of this organization, I means this org, in that case you can give the full access. So for now let me give the full access. Okay, also we have some authentication code, credential flow, inspect all tokens if you want, configuration ID tokens, enable asset tokens. Few options are there related to the tokens. Okay, and many more are there, but this is all are the important things which we require to enable the consumer key and secret key. Okay, now let me click on save. Now it's going to take up to 10 minutes. Okay, it can be done in within a few seconds, and sometimes it's take like up to 10 minutes as well. Okay, so for now let me click on continue. So now the connected app is got created into the Salesforce. Okay, now here we have this important information, consumer key and secret key. All right. So what consumer key and secret key? As I mentioned, we need to provide consumer key and secret key to the third party system. Okay. Now we need to click here to get the like before, if I'll talk about the 3-4 months, it was not asking for the verification code, but now it's like more secure. First we need to provide the verification code, then only we will be able to see the consumer key and secret key. All right. Now let me go here. So I received this one. Let me go here. Okay, so here we have the consumer key and secret key. Okay, now if we will talk about, if we are going to integrate into the Salesforce, that time we have the name credential, but right now we are going to give these things to the third party system, which is Postman. Okay, so now we required 5 important things, as I mentioned into the very first time: endpoint, consumer key, secret key, username, password, and scope that we need to define. Okay, now this is, now let me go to the Postman. So let me open my notes. So first is we need to get the token. Without token we won't be able to hit anything. Okay, first we need the token. Okay, token, and this is the post. Now here we need to give the username we need to give. Okay, second is password. Okay, password, here we need to give the password of your this org, as well as the access sorry, the token, security token we need to provide. Okay, now how we will get the security token? So here we have 2 important things. Okay, let me show you, so it will be more make sense. So for that, first we need to go to the my settings. Here we have the reset my token, but In some mocks, it will be not visible. Why it will not visible is because if we have the login IP addresses mentioned into your profile, in that case, this option will be not visible. All right. Anyone have any doubt what I said about the reset my security token? All right, we'll keep as no.
Neeraj, if it's not available, then how can we do that?
In that case, you need to remove that login uh, from there, and that you need to remove, and after that you will be able to see that. In a profile level we have. Let me show you where I'm talking. So let me system admin for now. So here is the login IP range. If you have given the login IP range, you won't be able to see this option. So first you need to remove this one. Let me tell you, in your if you are supposed trying to do in your org, so what you will do is you will try in your user only, right? But if we will talk about the real time scenario, for that we are having the integration user, and integration user should not have any IP ranges. Okay, so that should be a restriction. So anyways, we are going to have this option, but still, like if suppose you face this kind of issue, this is just a heads up that you need to remove the IP range. Okay.
Okay, Neeraj.
All right. Now, once we have click on that button, after that I will receive one token here. So here is my token. Okay. Here we need to give our password. Like I have my password is this one, and this is my security token. Okay. After that, we need to provide here like consumer grant type, and make sure user and password should have the small characters. If you will give the capital, you won't be able to do it. Right. So this is the grant type which we need to give the password, because we are going to hit from the password. Okay. Now we need to give the client ID and secret key. So we have already created client ID and secret key in connected app.
Neeraj, these five things are must with for connecting that.
Absolutely, for the third party system.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not talking about the Salesforce. Salesforce, you have the name credential feature, which is only need three things: connect, endpoint, consumer key, and secret key. That's it, and one-time login. All right. So here we have consumer key that we need to copy from here. Here we make sure we are not giving any kind of spaces. If we'll give the spaces, it will not work. Okay. Now the second is client secret. So let me give here secret and copy from. So here we are given the username, password, grant time, client ID, and secret key. This is five parameters that we need to give. Now we need to hit it. Okay. Now we receive the access token. This access token help to call any API into the Salesforce. Here we got the instance URL. Means this going to be an instance URL for the endpoint. Here we got the type of token. Barrier will be the type of token. Okay, date is here, and this is the signature. Sometime what's happened is you see, right, there was some options that we can restrict by the signature and all, and sometimes certifications also there, that all things conduct. So over there we are going to use the signature IDs and all right. So anyone have any doubt here till now?
Yeah, one question.
Yeah,
Currently, we are using Postman as a third-party application, but in a real
absolutely.
time, we won't get any third-party application access. So how we can then we have to provide
No,
these
no,
information to the client?
to the client. Absolutely, I will going to show you how you will give that, because see, you have to do the testing of your API first, and then only you can pass to the consumer, right? Otherwise
Yes.
they get stuck. So I will show you how you need to pass. That also I will show you after
Okay.
this session. Okay, that
Mm.
I will show you. All right, so now we got the access token. Now whatever we have hit from here, why we were able to hit it, because we are in the same instance. Okay, because we are in Salesforce only, we have logged in and we have given the all things access, right? Now suppose I want to get this information from the postman, suppose third party want to get this information. Okay, so what they need to give is, first they need to get everything is here only. So first, sorry. Okay, so here we need to give, all right, this is the get only. Here in the headers we need to give two things. What will be the two things? Authorization, it should be in capital C. Now authorization is type of barrier, you can see here, so that only you need to get it. Space, here you need to give the token, all right. And after that, here we need to give the content type, application slash JSON. Okay, that you need to give and hit it. We got the status code is 200 and we got the information, right? We want we have copied the IDs of CRM lending account only, right? Anyone have any doubt how we fired from here? No. All right. Now, this is the standard API. Now, let's talk about if suppose we have created some custom API and that we want to hit from the you can say third party system. Okay. So let me open developer console and let me get it one REST URL here.
Here I have a question.
Yeah,
When you
please.
check the by the post, yeah, when you check the by the get the token access token.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if I integrate my system, so firstly need
Mm-hmm.
to hit that API to get the token. After then,
Absolutely correct.
second call. Okay.
Absolutely correct. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the
Thank
procedure for Salesforce. Yeah. In
you.
Salesforce, we have a single time integration, but for the external system, because Salesforce is secure, so they require a, every time they have to get, if it's expired, then they have to get it access token.
So
Okay.
needed to every time, yeah, we just need to check the token is validated or not.
See,
Sometimes
so
it's
let me tell you. Let me tell you a live examples, which is like how the projects are running. So see, it's not possible again and again to hit the access token, right, APIs, because they are going to consume two APIs. So what we are going to do is we um, store that access token into the Salesforce. First we will try to, sorry, the third party system somewhere. Okay, means as we are having custom label, custom settings, similarly third party system also having some places where they can store the access token, right? So they are storing the access token and the refresh token. First, they will try to hit from refresh access token. If it's expired, then we'll try to hit the refresh token, and from that they will get the access token. So this is the basic processor that we need to follow.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, all right, all right. So let me open the. Yeah, it should have some. Yeah. So basically, what I have done is I have created one REST resource here. Everyone aware like what is the REST resource? If not, then let me explain. So now what we are going to do is we are going to expose a API from Salesforce. Okay. So what we have done here is we have created one class and we have given our API name is account. All right. So what it will do is it will accept a parameter as name. Okay. And after based on that name, the record get inserted into the Salesforce. Similarly, if you want to pass the multiple parameter, that also we can mention here. Also, if suppose we want to pass the uh, complex JSON data, that also we can pass, but for that we need to use the REST request URI that we need to use. That is a little bit complex to implement, but yeah, that we can do it here. All right. So here what I have done is here I have created one class. I given the API name is account. Okay. Here we have set up some responses type. What will be the response type? I am going to response as a JSON. After that, whatever I will receive, I insert the account. If it's get inserted, then I get the account ID and add it to the message status code. For that I have created the wrapper class, so we can pass a relevant message to the customer that yeah, your account is get created and this is the ID and this is the status code. Suppose we got some exception, in that case we are receiving the 400 and whatever the reason of exception that we are returning. That is a completely customizable. If you want to change that message, that also you can do by your own. All right. So anyone have any doubt here why we have created the REST URL and what is it? After that, we'll see how to use it as well. No? All right. Now,
In where, sorry, in where we check the token
sorry.
in the code. If you have added the edge header content type JSON, above you have created your object for the response to the wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you explain that thing? Because you in the below of code you have not written anything.
No. See,
Okay.
why we have created is wrapper is because we want to collect some information. All right. So one thing is single message we can receive in a written into the string format, or if you want to pass some relevant messages, message, what is the code, if error, then what was the reason, that kind of thing. So what I have done is this class I have created below. You can see here I have created two parameters, message and status code. After that, based
Okay.
on the success, I have added the message and status code here, and here I have added if it get failed, then the message and the 400, because we know like 400 is the indication that something went wrong,
Okay.
right?
Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, and after that we just add it to the response body, which will return the response. This is a standard Salesforce methods. Okay. Anyone have any other doubt here? No? All right. Now, let me go here. So let me open this one. So first of all, what we have done is we have created one API. Now we want to hit this one. Okay. So here I some hey. All right. All right. So this is the end. Basically, okay, this is the syntax you can see in order to call our API, Salesforce APIs. Here will be the name of where you have given the here. If suppose you will give your name that you have to give here, and services and rest, Apex rest will be the remain same because this is the standard thing. All right. Now what we need to do is here we got the instance URL. So same instance URL we need to copy. All right. Here we have the post method, whatever like we have that we can use here. And after that, we have to pass two parameters. I thought one thing is authorization and something we can get from here, as we know here. All right. And the content type with the application. All right. Now, first, let me hit this one. All right. So here we got the reason. One thing, the HTTP entity body is required because if you see here, we have mentioned that we require the name to in order to create the accounts. All right. So we need to give it that. Okay. So name is the parameter which I have given as a parameter here. So that only we need to give colon like trial head demo account. Let me send it. Now we can see status code is 200, messages, account created successfully, and this is the ID. Now let me go to the Salesforce. So we can see we got the trial at demo account. All right. Anyone have any doubt here till now? Hello. No.
Yeah, hi, Neeraj, can you show that the account has been created like with the trail item? I just missed it.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Because we haven't given anything like other information. If you want to pass the other information, that also we can get it.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, this is the one thing. All right. Now, yeah, the important thing. So right now, what we have done is we have done the testing over APIs. Now we want to pass to the third party system. Okay. So what you need to do is first you need to pass the access token API. So what you have here is curl. So that you need to pass. If suppose you will pass this this to external system, they can export into their system and they will get this kind of format like this. Anyone have Postman in their system?
Yes.
Yeah. You can try to if you are okay to share your screen, you can share. I will tell you like how it will get work.
Sure. Let me open that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can see you have the import button. Yeah. You have the row text. Yeah. Here you can pass that curl. Yeah. From the curl you need to copy. Yeah. All right. Hmm. Continue. Yeah. Import. All right. Now you can hit the things. You can see you got the same thing whatever I have in my org. Now you can send and get the access token. Right. Similarly, let me give you the another one which will help you to create the account as well. So allow not let me try. Just given.
Neeraj, it will automatically create this curl kind of thing when you are done this. How it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
created?
It's automatic. It's done by Postman itself.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the way how we will test our APIs and pass to the third party system. Okay. Now you can click on body. You can change whatever you body. First click on body. Yeah. If suppose you want to give some different name, yeah, and save it or like whatever you want to do. So you will get a new record ID and it will get created into the my Salesforce org.
And Neeraj, one thing, like we can export it directly as well, right? Instead of curl as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, that also we can do.
Yes.
Yeah, there is lots of way to do, but yeah, this is the one of them. All right, so now let me share my screen and open that record. All right. So let me open that particular record. Now you can see that record get created. All right. So okay. So now coming to the, because we are running late from the time. So now I'm going to give the question of visualization here. Okay. So right now you can see we have a 15 records, or I can do a query. Right. So right now we have 49 records. Okay. In the database, you are having the 49 records, but when you are going or landing to a page, that time you are able to see the 2000 record, for example. So that is the visualization. That records are not exist in your system, but still you are able to see in your Salesforce org. As soon as you click on that, all records will lapse from your org and you will be able to. If you want to see again, you need to click on that tab and load it. So you will be able to see the records. Is it clear who asked that question, visualization one?
You can get it, whatever is about the visualization. That means have a record it in the our org or not.
Those, see, right now we have how many records are there? 49. Correct. But what if we have the 49 records only, but going to a tab and you are able to see 1000 records?
Okay.
All right. Those records are not exist in your database, but still you are able to see that. It means it's a visualization. This is not exist, but you are able to see as we are using that API.
So what did they use? Didn't get it. What the purpose for this?
Yeah, like biggest purpose in Salesforce only if we'll talk. So Salesforce have the storage limitations, right? So like in a developer we can have a 200 MB data, I guess, right?
Yes.
So suppose you have exited the limit and you don't have anything. One thing is you can purchase, but that is very costly. And you want, if you have the, if your organization allow, you can purchase it. But what if the organization is not allowing you to purchase, but you want to get that information into the Salesforce? So what you can do is you can use that visualization, which will not consume your database, but still you are able to see the records. So that
Okay.
is the major use of that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, guys, this is all about the sessions. If anyone have any question, any doubts, they can ask.
Yeah, I have one question. So
Mm-hmm.
when you are doing the setup, you reset the token for your user. Okay.
Correct.
So once we are done with the setup, and later if someone resets the token, then what will happen?
Sorry, what you said?
Yeah. So once we are done with this basic setup,
Mm-hmm.
and if later if someone resets the token of that org, then
Mm-hmm.
what will happen?
So we have to provide it to the third party system.
Okay.
Yeah, that we have to see. If suppose password get changed, in that case also you need to provide the third reset token to third party system. That is some like key points that we have to keep in mind during doing the integration or providing to the third party system, which is very important. One is, suppose if you have reset the password, you have to provide that password to the third party system, as well as the reset my token. Suppose you have again reset your password, in that case also, if suppose you have upgraded your consumer key and secret key, okay, there is a option that you can save and upgrade your APIs, consumer key and that also, in that case also you need to provide, otherwise that not going to be used and it's thrown an error. So this is the major things that we have to keep in mind. Yeah.
But that resetting token, it's one-time activity, right?
Yeah, it's a one time, same thing.
Okay.
It's, but still you have done, you thought there is some uh someone get to know about your token, and it's a random one, right? But still someone get to know, then you want to change it. So that is the scene that you can use it. And like we
Okay.
have in Salesforce that in 3 months the password get expired, some if you have done the settings. So that is also case, in that case also we need to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So anyone have any other question?
Here MuleSoft also tool only, like Postman tool. Is
Yeah,
there any differences?
it's not tool. They can also create. See, Postman can't create the APIs, right? They can only use of the APIs, but MuleSoft is something who can create the APIs also, and that we can hit, that we are using as a middleware as well. You can say, suppose we have one Java server, we have MuleSoft, and we have Salesforce, and we want to get. So what MuleSoft will do is MuleSoft will hit the Java, get the information. After that, we will hit the MuleSoft and we'll get the information. So like that cycle is running.
Means it's between middle of the both.
Absolutely correct. For the
Okay.
banking servers, mostly we are using this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Success token like that, it will show also if it is success.
Yeah, yeah, yes. That is something that you have to do. Suppose as I created the wrapper class, right? There is
Yeah.
no use of that, but this is the indication that we are giving to the customer. Okay, see, end client is don't know about anything. If they will not get the correct response, they won't be able to rely on that message that what happened about that API. They won't be able to get it. Right now, we are getting the record ID, so we know the record is created and we got the ID, right? But the same time we will not return. Suppose we are not returning anything, anyone know don't know like what happened over there. So that is
Yes.
the case.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, small dot. When can I get this recording? I want to watch again to practice.
Yeah, I will post this recording on this event page, so you will find maybe not today, tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you attach that document which you have shared, Word document?
sure, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you. It will helpful for us.
Yeah,
I'm
same video I have created also on my YouTube channel. You can also follow over there. Over there I also have written the same concept and everything is there.
Can you share that YouTube link?
Let me give you 1 second.